welcome. We're the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here to react to some more Death Battle. This is going to be Wile Coyote versus Tom the Cat. I'm actually super excited for this one because it's not going to have any use of the word multiversal in it.
Watch.
Are you sure?
Are
you sure?
Dude,
Fall
what are you talking
Guys.
about?
Fall Guys was like beyond planet.
You're honestly right.
Rat. These guys, don't say that. You're
Popeye
just
survived the
Toon Force.
universe being turned off by God. Like, you know, these
Toon
tunes,
Force.
they're
They do
nutty.
have Toon Force. Yep.
But we're going up with two characters that are categorically classed as losers. So I'm like really interested to see how this one goes.
Take it back against Tom. Man.
Uh-huh.
You don't
Guys,
deserve that.
As usual, what is your experience with Tom Cat and Wile E. Coyote?
So I wake up at like 10 a.m. chilling because I'm like in elementary school.
Right.
And,
classic.
Jesus Christ.
And then, you know, walk downstairs on a Sunday and then pop on the TV and watch cinema.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And I think I
Hard
said
not
this
to.
at the end of the last Death Battle reaction, but I genuinely think that Tom and Jerry has some of the best slapstick ever put to the screen. Like,
We watched a montage of like Jerry hurting Tom. It was like a 10-minute montage, and it was funny as hell.
the impacts,
It was great.
the hits, the screams, they're kind of unparalleled. I think we're all more Tom fans here. I don't know if we're necessarily rooting Tom. I don't know about you guys. It's hard to root against somebody that's bald with MJ and LeBron. Like, it's like, how is Tom gonna guard against somebody with that resume? That's
It's
threatening.
also hard to not want to say Wile because the amount of damage that Wile is taking compared to Tom. It's like Tom would get like folded inside out, blasted away by a double barrel, get hit with like a rake or something, you know, or smacked by a frying pan, or while Wile is getting nuked.
Yeah,
and
like-
drop anvils on his head and trips on like a claymore. Like it's
the
like,
Acme
not quite
Acme
the
scaling
same.
might be what gets him
Yeah.
to the W.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen Tom turned into ashes and then he just puts himself back
But the-
together.
Here's the
But
thing.
Means
Here's the thing.
Is-
When it comes to like their standard shows, I think Wile is usually more, let's say, loony in his tunes. Like, you know, here's the Death Ray, you know, kind of episode. But Tom and Jerry have a number of movies, and I know in one of them they race across the planet, and
Peak memory.
Tom cuts
peak memory.
Australia in half.
I remember that.
So
I remember that.
we're taking continental levels of AP here on Tom if they give
did.
him his full kit. They count that. But
He-
who knows?
Did he do it with like?
He did it with like a car
Sorry.
laser, like, you know.
Yeah, he did it to mess with the race.
Uh huh.
Crazy
So
son of a bitch.
I'm honestly expecting this to get kind of wacky,
A little what?
loony, if you will.
we're loony. What a way to cap off. Because hold on. What's the points right now? Are we all tied?
We are all
Yep.
tied. I was actually waiting to get into that, but why don't we get into that right now? So, as some of you may know, we are doing our Custodians Death Battle Hot Ones Challenge. What that means is that we, upon every death battle, predict who is going to win. And if our chosen candidate does win, we get a point. Now, we can up the stakes by doubling down. If you double down, you have the chance of earning 2 points, but if you are wrong, and your chosen champion does not claim the gold, you lose a point. And so, because there is no seasons to Death Battle anymore, it's just a forever thing, we decided to limit it to 10 battles per challenge, and this is our 10th fight. And after Kyle Simone, the peak cinema that was, we ended that match with 9s across the board. We are all at 9 points. Right now, 9 across the boards, and whoever wins gets to sit out as the other two get live streamed doing a Hot Ones challenge where they eat exceptionally hot and spicy chicken wings. And we're going to watch other death battles and answer questions that you give us live. So, look forward to that. And with that, I think we're ready to get started. But before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on our social medias, links in the top description, like Twitter and Twitch. And then if you would, please go support us on Patreon. You shout out at the end of the video, as well as access to Patreon exclusive polls, our Discord, and full-length early reactions. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. Hey, by the way, if you're just checking out our Death Battle reactions, go check out our other reactions as well. We've got ReZero going on right now. We just started Season 2. My Hero will be starting in October. We've got Right Hero Vigilantes going right now, and Dandadan coming up soon. So you should go watch
That's
that.
4 things. 4 things that you can add to your daily schedule.
As well as countless other shows that we have finished or are ongoing, and we're waiting for them to continue. This is Death Battles, Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat on Ga. In 3, 2, 1, go.
They got the
Right.
boomstick
Wile E.
and
Coyote, the fastest and
the
furious
painting in the
of
background.
the
On the back.
Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse.
Oh, come on,
pussycat
Tat.
from Tom and Jerry.
The
Come
fast
on,
wonder
Tom
if they're-
we're here to deliver.
He's
I wonder if they're gonna
And
give
it's our
Wile E.
job to analyze
Coyote
their
his
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
the lunatics powers.
Lunatics?
Yeah, bro,
And
he's
tales
like a
told over
techno
shimmering campfire by
telekinetic.
The tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold.
Starting off with
as
Wile E.
Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sowetmuk, he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great
Yes.
Coyote stalks
Holy.
the American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner. And
Oh, that's just all
Shall
its
we down
species.
in?
Coyote is
Eternally
driven by a
hangry.
ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove
207.
him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
Oh
You
my
might not
God.
expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile E. was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father
Cagey,
raised him
nice.
from infancy to hound his avian adversary and forbade him to
Nice.
speak until he tasted victory.
Oh my God.
To the face
Oh
and
my
to the tails.
God.
Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
There
Oh, yeah,
are
we got
some
coyotes
sweet
in our
elements.
We getting the tears
No.
on this?
43
Are
miles
we
per
getting the
hour.
tears
Though
in?
that's cold comfort
Holy
when that
shit,
blue
43?
beefing bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible
Yep,
that
see,
Wile E.
there we go,
manages
Rhett.
to consistently keep up with his prey at all. But he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the coyote and the roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun
Oh god, we're
Wile E.
scaling the bugs.
Almost
Yeah,
as
it's
fast
all-
Holy
isn't
crap.
fast enough. Fortunately, Wiley's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams
This is
of
honestly
Look at
just
this,
fun
dude.
watching.
He-
You know, it's a great cartoon when I'm just having
Oh
fun watching
my
it.
God.
Along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles,
Katana.
I don't think Doomslayer could never. I mean, look at
No.
this. Look at this assortment.
A Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in
Triple strength
Earthquake
fortified
pills.
leg muscle vitamin?
inevitably go awry.
Tennis shoes and
Despite
roller
being a
skates,
self-described
special
super
equipment.
genius, Wile has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells
Acme.
any product that you can imagine. and
Absolutely
Wiley is their
reliable
most
company.
devoted customer, contributing up to
Amazing.
99%
I love corporate
of its
America.
multi-billion
It's
dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited
99%
wealth, Pops. Oh,
Where
does he have all the money?
Where are you getting this
He's got
money?
Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half
Oh
the
my
stuff
God.
Wiley uses is intentionally
Wait, that might come up
sabotaged
later.
Because Acme's board of directors is exclusively roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity
Oh
of his
my
failures,
God.
Like
Like I said, this is just fun to watch. I just want to watch some Looney Tunes.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation.
His whole
and overall
levitation.
Eraser?
37 years straight.
Time travel.
Intangibility?
He once got fully
Exorcism.
Exemption from physics.
similar to the immortal coyote of
Oh, yeah.
Sylvester legend.
He's also
Yeah,
shattered
tracks.
the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely barely to catch the Roadrunner.
Yep.
Yeah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every toon's got it,
Oh.
not just the loony one.
This might be something
It's
that's
what
actually
lets them
counterable.
survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality.
You could have done that the whole time?
Like
No,
how gravity
only when it
affects
was
the Coyote when he
funny.
looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality,
Oh.
the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he
Shit.
hasn't tried everything.
It was
Oh,
Wile's
no.
experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming
School of
tiny
Hard
toons
Knocks.
how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus,
Believe it.
Toon
Amazing.
Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
Oh, Bugs has to be a
Means
god
Wile
in this
should be
magic
capable
system.
of replicating
Holy
feats
crap.
and abilities performed
I was
by
actually gonna bring up
Looney
Marvin.
Tunes, like traveling between different mediums or altering
Yep.
the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time
Yep.
Lucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop a meteor from
He turned into a constellation.
stars in basketball.
Yeah, they went
And
over that.
even- Whoa, snap!
Blew up the
Caught
sun.
The Roadrunner! Oh, wait, never mind.
Scored on Monstars and on Cheadle. They represent.
Sylvester issue 67.
Gabe, could you angle your
Wile E.
camera a little more
Coyote
to your
has
right?
attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That
Egad.
takes dedication. Or
God.
maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of
Nagito
our
and
furry
Milo.
friend's salvation.
He can't win.
There's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
Oh my
Created
god.
him and
my
helped
God.
forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated
Cannot
shorts
harm the
that
Coyote except by going
superseded
beep,
Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making
He was
Death
too
Battle,
afraid of what
we've
he'd be able to
never seen
do.
a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry failson? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks. for
That's all,
Wile E.
folks.
Coyote.
They
was
got
good.
they got me wanting to
Oh.
root for Wiley. I'm not
The
gonna
year
lie.
was
Holy
1939.
piss.
War raged in Europe between the British.
It's
Tommies
honestly,
and the
it's
German
crazy to think that
Jerrys.
Tom is
As
older.
The beleaguered English made
Yeah.
The British
to escape from
Tommy
the
and
German
German
encirclement off the coast
Jerry.
of Dunkirk. One might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick
Yep.
comedy.
It's the
formula
truth, even
is
to this
simple.
day.
We all know
To
it.
this
Tom
day.
Cat chases Jerry Mouse around the
Wa-
house.
Alice in
They have
Wonderland,
11
Sherlock
voice
Holmes, and
actors.
the Wizard of
Paul's
Oz.
violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is, let's say, very much from the 1940s.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug
Until you
smirk
get
off
older
that
and you
little
realize
rat
that Jerry's a
face.
monster.
Despite my well-documented
Yeah.
hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
There we
Second
go.
best friend.
Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators.
They are.
They
They're
can
fucking
run
insane.
up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, general, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a
Crepuscular?
British
That's
I've
what
sword.
it
I
was.
like how
Never
they're
heard that
using
one.
every
That's a
damn
made-up
Tom and
word.
Jerry
It's
meme.
bred to withstand harsh conditions, and for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure,
Oh
most
my
of it is the
God.
stuff you can find
They're
around the average
fucking
American
arsenals,
household,
man.
like baseball bats, lead pipes,
I wonder if them combined have the most
Lightning,
any
magic,
death battle.
lives-
But he's got wackier things like a magic
Object
wand,
fusion,
a robot
That's right,
cap,
he-
finishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the Rewind Remote, which can move
Oh,
you
yeah,
back
so
and backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and
Not quite
Yes.
as good as the Universe
Yes.
remote.
of course.
Yeah.
But just the cat
I love
part.
this movie.
Tom's arsenal is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
He's just not
And
lucky.
even
That's
in
like one of the
defeat,
best
Yeah.
animated
tough son of
things
a gun,
ever, if you
he's
ask
been
me.
crushed,
Tom
blown
and Jerry
up, had every
slapstick.
bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times.
Yep.
But he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Oh, Wiz was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom
I love
starts to
meme.
use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically go
Holy
get
crap.
them back from hell. Where all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there is a
Jerry!
about what Tom can
Your
do.
cat has returned!
Sentient art,
Levitate in the air,
dimensional
make his
travel.
imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real
Sentient
world.
art,
Yeah,
nice
if you only
special
watch
chat.
the classic cartoons
Yeah,
from
Rhett,
the
we're getting-
40s,
we're getting-
you may be in for a shock. Tom
We're getting
and Jerry
crazy
is
here.
Buck Wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title
Nice.
Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could,
Huh.
in fact, say
Nice.
many
That's
rebels
cool.
were
Got a bunch of
sometimes
Tom and Jerry's over
destroyed
here.
a planet-busting asteroid,
Lifted the sun,
the
ran
sun,
past
and was
2
blown up
ecosystems.
into a constellation, and he was just
A
fine.
exosystem.
Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an explosion.
Defeated the
and launched
abyss?
through time to the Stone
What does that
Age,
even mean?
and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But
Good
what
on
may
'em.
surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you
Believe it.
Now is when we have to talk about
Don't you
Tom and
believe it.
Jerry Chase. Long ago,
boy.
the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain.
We're doing Journey in the
leading
West.
the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass
We're
all
deep in the
of
lore on
time
this one,
and
guys.
space. Banding together,
brought up
these warriors
the
used
multiverse,
the
guys.
star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
While it may sound completely insane, it is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment,
Canon.
which means
So
we
it's
have to include it in our
Canon.
research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals
It's a
some
meme.
heavenly push.
No.
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original
Yeah.
shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him
got the
on
better
repeat
record.
Forever.
There we
Too
go.
bad he's still a filthy feline.
That's
The
more than
only king
Wiley.
I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Fuck, this is difficult, man.
Oh,
This is difficult. Go support Death Battle, by the way. I'm gonna mute their ad, but go support Death Battle.
Oh,
Um,
this is gonna be tough. This is
fuck,
gonna be-
this is woo! I think Wiley has the edge. with
He's got the anti-toon gun.
He has the anti-toon
He's
serum.
Well, that's for
literally got
loon.
the-
That's for loony DNA. Tom doesn't have
is
loony
a toon.
DNA.
Tom is a toon, just like Popeye's a toon. Just because they're not loony doesn't mean they ain't toony.
Bro, he got
alright?
that blicky. He got the blicky on him. He's ready to.
Yeah, but he's also
Hey, it's
got
the
the
girl
worst
from
luck.
Mahito Shigaraki.
He's got the worst luck ever.
Yeah, he's
So-
Yeah, okay,
literally-
that is a distinction. No, this is a distinction.
He has the only win con, but he literally can't win con. Like
No, so they both. So we have to look at these two differently. So Wile
really?
gets his. Shut up. Wile gets his stuff from Acme, but he is an idiot. Not to mention all the stuff that he gets is purposefully made bad, both by the Roadrunners and God.
Yeah,
While Tom,
he's an improviser.
while isn't
He's
necessarily
adaptable.
not
He's
smart,
a genius.
Tom. Well, even though he doesn't have nearly like crazy advanced technology like Wile does, like bombs and whatever, he's
Oh, no,
very
he does.
improvisational.
He totally does.
He did. What are you talking about?
I would say they're.
I'm saying he's not getting like advanced. He's not getting like missile rockets and tanks.
They
and
literally
stuff.
they showed some of that shit.
He literally has a remote
has a
that can
car.
rewind time. He has a hat that makes him have
Well,
all of
I'm-
Earth's knowledge.
He is smarter than Wile, and while they might have these, his tools and stuff is a little more improvisational, he doesn't lose because he's an idiot or because his stuff malfunctions. Jerry just outplays him. So I feel like Tom can even though there's a technology differential, he can outplay Wile. Tom is smarter than Wile. He can outplay him.
What did we get for speed feats for Wile?
He's as fast as a Roadrunner. They can move up to 43 miles an hour.
They also made light look like it was in slow motion.
Yeah. And then for Tom, he like traversed
And they also
like
said-
two solar systems.
They also said he was
And
like
how fast.
that's like FTL too. He said like he ran across 2 exosystem. What is an exosystem?
Oh, is that? I thought it said solar system. What the fuck's
No,
an exosystem?
I don't know.
An exosystem
No,
refers
that's not
to settings
it.
directly influence an individual's
That's
development.
not it. Yeah, that's not it.
It might just be a narrative term, like
Space.
they were just like, he ran to a different exosystem because it just sounded science fiction-y and big.
A parent's work. Huh?
Yeah, no, never mind.
Here's the thing: will Death Battle actually take into account Wile's because they don't have to take into account like business rules, right?
What do you mean business rules?
Like, if they were to do Death Battle Wile Coyote versus Roadrunner, they wouldn't take into account that. Like, would they take into account that the business has basically created fundamental laws of reality that dictate he cannot get him, or he can't be damaged by anything that isn't his own comeuppance?
I'm just trying to think. What is like the win condition on either side? Because like
How does
Tom's
Tom
got
beat Wile?
essentially Tom has infinite lives basically because he can keep dying, but he can go back to hell and keep getting more.
He
So
can
how's he-
pull his lives back to him, and that's after he has 9.
Other like, how do we also defeat Wile?
Wile.
Both have
It-
left their mediums.
The only thing that we've gotten so far as to how someone can die is Wile can just Tom.
And
do you
Wile
mean?
scales to Marvin,
Because he's
who
got the gun.
was able to create a item that sucked up his universe, his creator, the author, and the author's universe. Like, that's 2 levels into reality, man. That's like, like, if we go by Simon Kyle fucking scaling, like, reality greater than fiction, you know? So, this is hard.
Oh God.
Well, you say scaling to Marvin, but did he actually himself do
They
that?
said that he could, like, toons are capable of doing what other toons are based off of their experience and skill at being a toon, and he is of the same level as Marvin the Martian.
Man, no, all statements, bro. I gotta see this stuff. I didn't see him do it.
Well,
Don't
we've
Kratos
seen
scale me.
Wile pop out of his animation, so he's
Yeah, I
become-
know. I've seen
and
that.
so has Tom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
almost stuck
think
with
I'm gonna-
almost stuck with the draw
think I'm gonna go with-
again.
I think I'm gonna go with Tom.
I'm gonna go with Wiley.
Ah!
One of us is
I'm
winning.
Well, I got stuck with a. Wait, we said we can't do draws.
No, we can do draws. We can do draws. I said we could.
What do we all just pick one? You pick Tom, I pick a draw, and you pick Wiley.
Yep.
That's fair. Because I don't see how any of them are. They just kind of give up. I'm like, all right, well, I clearly can't kill you. Or me.
Okay, wait, Joe, you're doing a draw.
I don't see how any of them are just beating the other. They both have dimension, reality warping abilities. Fucking.
Can't die.
It can't just die. It's supposed to. He's got rules of not winning, but that's specifically against the Roadrunner. He fucks up, but he's very persistent. And Tom's at least won, but Arsenal's slightly not as good.
I think this is the longest we've
Slightly.
discussed on a death battle.
Like very
Yeah,
slightly.
it definitely is.
This is like the hardest one, I think.
I'm going Tom. I'm sticking with Tom.
I'm going Wiley.
I think he's smarter. I think he's gonna be able to outplay Wiley, and I think he's gonna be able to figure out a way to kill him
I'm stuck on a
or
draw.
beat him.
I'm going Wiley.
I'm stuck on a draw.
I'm going Willie Coyote. All right.
Willie.
Something is Gabe's Tom,
Willie.
you're Wiley.
He's
I'm
got a
on
similar
draw.
name to Willie Tiber. How can I be wrong?
So if Joe does draw and it's not a draw, he
That's
doesn't
wrong.
get a point.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's so wrong.
Okay. Fuck. Let's
So
do
no
it.
matter what, now there can only be one winner. So 2 people, no matter what.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
We're doing hot ones.
Ah, piss. Okay. Let's
It
do
is
it.
it was meant to be.
All right. Anga
Oh.
in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the combatants are set. And we've
Come on,
run the
Wiley.
data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death
I swear to God, if Willie
battle!
wins because of the gun, I'm gonna be so mad.
Willie.
Wiley.
Wiley.
Mouse
asshole.
asshole QS.
Felis
Cactus
Perpetus
Perpetus
Victimus.
Victimus.
He's got the scream painting.
The scream!
Kill him.
That Jerry's
Kill him now.
Meepus
Meepus.
Meepus. Danish Schmuck. Champions contenders.
Get him.
It's hardest.
Come on, Tom! Oh, he's got that!
I feel like
Get
it's
him,
slowly just
Wiley.
gonna escalate.
Hit him with the pipe!
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
Oh, he's got the magic. Magic potion.
Invisible.
Oh, he's invisible. Yeah. The fat
Fat
Fat lady. He's lighting him with a bomb.
What are they dropping now? Lost all night.
God.
Hey yo.
High
Oh,
speed
nice.
tonic.
High speed tonic. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is a classic.
They had to.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
This is
We must have had so much
fantastic, man.
fun storyboarding this. Oh, there we go. There we go.
We gotta look at those thumbnails.
Oh yeah. It went down there. Wait,
got
he's
the
got
gun!
some- Oh god.
Oh, but they both got hit with it. Oh, move, Tom! Give us the open. No!
Wiley, please cut to credits.
There's no way!
Super genius.
That's all, folks.
But he's passed out.
Wiley
God, one
wins.
of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty,
But like,
no!
how?
Considering coyotes
Because
eat
they
cats,
both got
I'm not
hit. They
surprised.
both
While
got
both cat and
sprayed by
coyote
the
Hold on,
gun.
hold on,
were
hold on, listen.
powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Wile's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA
Yes,
Dissolver,
okay.
which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically,
God.
the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom,
okay.
on the other hand,
Yeah.
was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as a cartoon, so let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wiley Fuck
you.
I told
No.
you, he's bold with LeBron and Michael fucking Jordan.
And
Should have
scores
been
again
ended
in the
there.
sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for, Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times.
I'm calling
even during
bullshit.
Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was
Black
because
hole
of the Roadrunner's
paint.
intervention. A direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite
Oh, he was
lacking
on his
Wile's
last
narrative
life,
impediments,
too.
despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas
Jesus,
Wile's
Tom.
superior strength, speed, and loony arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Next time on
Here we go.
Death
Here we
Battle.
go.
Oh, who's next?
Miles.
Spider-Man?
Miles Morales.
No.
Come on!
Bro, how?
Subscribe and
Again?
join us-
Come on! It's not till October! I know what some of you might be thinking. Are you guys the My Hero guys? Yes, we are. How are we supposed to watch a death battle with the protagonists in it when we haven't seen the finale? Also, I was gonna say Deku washes, but Miles has been around for like 10 years now, so he's probably punched
Bro, it's
Thanos.
Miles Morales. he's gotten absolutely glucked the last couple of years. Like he probably has the Odin Force, bro. He probably has the Odin Force and like the Green Dwarf for some fucking reason.
Well, no, he has a
He's
therapist with the Green
quirked
Dwarf.
quirked up little spider boy. That's why. Fucking God. And we lost. Fuck.
Well, again, I'll
see you guys at the hot ones. Don't worry, this works out best for me because this will allow me to operate the stream without like crying. Like I'll be able to like maneuver things and ask questions and like keep my mouse and keyboard nice and clean. You know, this worked out best. You know.
Before we get to the next death battle, let's go back through little things on this one.
Yeah,
This was the funniest death battle I think they've ever done.
Dude.
This was hilarious.
The animators did such a phenomenal job on this one. Which is
and I'm with Joe. I'm sure I'm with Joey here. I'm sure storyboarding this fight was so much fun.
I bet this was intimidating.
Well, how do we do this justice?
Like we have to animate a fight between two of the kings of slapstick. Like, dude, just the names, you know, fucking great. I want to get to some. Hold on, just the.
All the different names that they gave. He had the Tom laugh.
Oh.
Fight championess
Choice yeah.
He's got the fucking hat.
Okay, so we've got Ash in the back, which, I mean, we know that Ash versus Yugi is happening. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be episode 200. But why is Kyle here? Who is Kyle gonna be fighting? That has to be
South Park versus, like, Family Guy or something.
You got Simone in the left frame.
Yeah. Well, that's Simone and
we
Kyle.
got Wiz and Boomstick up top right.
I wonder if the Merry Melodies or the whatever, the Tom and Jerry theme, I wonder if that's technically, like, public domain by now. It came out in the 30s, you know? Like,
it probably is. They were using the same... I'm gonna use the same exact...
There's the TARDIS, yep. Okay, I want to check out that painting.
Oh, there was the painting from the movie. Go back.
Well, I mean, that's just the Screaming Man. That's, you know...
No, but that's the painting from the...
It is used in Looney Tunes Back in Action, but that's, you know...
It is, yeah. Oh.
There's Amogus.
Yeah.
And Fall Guys.
Oh, there's just this transition straight into a battlefield.
Do you want to live forever? Ah!
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
We need to get this like a sticker.
Wait, they got the Sea of Thieves gunpowder barrels?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god!
That's great.
Dun, 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 dun. I love the jump into the
classic sneak.
Fat
lady.
I love how he sets it up, and he sets it to light by blowing it up with a bomb.
He blows up another bomb to ignite another bomb.
And of course, this all happens in the house, which of course gets launched up for the finale. This was such a good bit.
This was so funny.
This is such a good bit.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get back here, you.
That was 9. Yep. So he only had 1 life left. So now he had a way to be able to contend with his speed.
Mm-hmm. Like the fucking what try? Man, they really go quick here.
Damn.
And of course, the folding up
Rolls
the,
up the pavement.
This
This
is
is iconic. This is iconic. Yeah.
And of course the slide.
The Roadrunner would do the same thing. Roadrunner would do the same thing. Yep.
That's
And then of course he draws the car. I like how it is just a JPEG of a fucking truck.
JPEG truck jump scare.
Okay.
Omni-Man versus Homeless.
Guys,
Fraud
Thor
Battle
just
Reel
got faster.
by Liam
ranking
Swan.
all of my.
Liam Swan is he's one of the lead writers of Death Battle. He's, you know, one of my favorite people on Death Battle cast.
Guys, the bottom one. Wile E. Coyote reacts to his own death battle.
Wile E. Coyote
Coyote
Super
Super
Junior.
Junior.
1 billion views.
1 billion views literally right now.
Ranking all my
Wait,
friends. Tier list.
Go to the top. Goomba versus Hot Dog. Mario versus
versus
Solo
Solo
Leveling. Number 200.
That's the Death Battle. That's the tier list.
Every single view. 3 months to go.
The 10th Columbo reference. Columbo ASMR to watch Wile E. Coyote versus
Guys,
Tomcat.
Thor just got faster.
That's fucking amazing. I love that one so
Wait, what are the
much.
comments? Is there a comment? Are there any comments at the bottom or
Hold
no?
on. If I...
Infinity views 0 seconds ago. 5 products. Oh my god.
I was hoping it's
Likes a lot. None. Smiley face.
Ben Singer versus Chad James is not close. Too powerful, too ruthless.
Ranking
Oh my God,
all
stop.
of my friends.
You guys know who these two are.
Yeah, they're the death battle guys.
Yeah, they're Wiz and Boomstick.
Too powerful, too ruthless.
Wait, ranking my friends. So we've got Spock, Zorro, Suyu, Donald Duck. I think a Genshin character. Uncle Larry funny moments, the assistant, Sam Mitchell, Ryuzaki. This is a little okay. This is a joke with layers. It's like an onion. Also, Sam is also a member of the Death Battle crew. But
The 10th
Ryuzaki,
Columbo reference.
guys, Joe and Gabe, scrape that brain. Who's Ryuzaki? Do you remember who that is?
That sounds incredibly familiar.
Let me say it like this: Ryuzaki.
Oh my.
What?
It's from a series
might-
that we've reacted to. One of the first series we reacted to.
Subbed or dubbed?
Dumb.
Was it Naruto? Was it Naruto?
No. We finished this series.
Is it Death Note?
It is Death Note. For Ryuzaki
Ryuzaki.
was the name that L gave himself
Right. God, that's
to
why
use
I'm
with
like,
the task force. Now, the reason why this is funny is because the 10th Columbo reference, Columbo and Light Yagami are going to be having a special death battle done by Liam Swan. And
That's right.
so I like how the person who's hyping up the Columbo references is L, the person
Ryuzaki.
fighting Light.
they're good.
Oh,
they're good.
God damn it. That's funny. Okay. Let's get
I'm waiting for a bunch of comments to comment that because they didn't get to this part in the video.
like the smack.
Good frame.
Yeah,
This shit's
got the
good.
gun. This shit was so funny.
Zoom in enhance.
Zoom in
What is
hard.
that?
Oh, what? Huh? He's reading it. So now they're both vulnerable.
God, this is such a good fight, man.
How do they both not just die there though? Well, like, how does the umbrella stop the house?
Because it
umbrella.
wasn't hit by the tune effects.
What did that? No, it only affects DNA.
Unbelievable.
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
That'd been hilarious if something else dropped on top of him right before.
I was kind of expecting it, you know, like I was expecting him to have died.
I was waiting for
from
the
house.
anvil.
and a
and-
bomb
I'm
just to
surprised
roll
we
next
never
to
got-
him.
We didn't get an anvil.
I'm surprised we never got an anvil.
you're
An anvil's
right.
like iconic.
Hold on, I think we should go back, and I think we should check out
Look at
the
Wile's
arsenal. Conventional weaponry.
arsenal.
I'll handle conventional.
right.
Joe, you have wartime. Gabe, you have special. How about that?
Anti-dog spray.
Boomerang, boxing gloves, household objects, gardening equipment, construction site gear, mining tools, improvisational weaponry, parachutes, ice skates, wrecking balls, binoculars, baseball bat, butterfly net, cat toys, detour signs, fireworks sticks, frying pans, glass gutter, blood pipe, rebar, kits, appliances, wheel skates, etc. Joe?
Milk and a milkshake. Sorry. Bombs, tear gas, gas mask, swords, rapiers, pistols, shotguns, machine guns, landmines, dynamite, gasoline barrels, cannons, miniature rockets, comical amount of other various firearms and explosives, etc.
Gabe!
Getting the good stuff here. Anti-dog spray, horseshoe magnet, vanishing cream, invisibility potions, invisibility ink, poisonous potions, rewind remote, magic labs potion, smart cap, ogre tooth, wishbone, spring tonic, extra potent vitamins, a genie lamp, laser cannons, magic painting, a lightning bug, stat boosting perks and potions, a fairy star, magic ring, and etc.
Hold on. Well, let's go to...
What? Is there something about an ogre tooth? What? Like what?
No, that's his abilities. I want his arsenal. Oh, this is just consumables, vehicles, apparel. You haven't gotten to his weapons list yet. Oh, yeah. Predaris, Poofus, Completilus in Darkness.
Coyote's
Fedupus, Coyoteus, Shipshapius,
Coyote
Schemius,
have to and run for it.
Schemius, Neverendius, Genius, Schemius, Doofus, Ex
Bornaflex,
Machina,
Doofus Ex Machina.
Schemius off screen. Christmas Scroogius, Fanaticus obsessive, Coyote hap to and run for it,
Glodius Maximus.
Hungriest ridiculous, Jonesius danger Pronius
Stylus 911icus.
Epicus fail what?
Crashorian Corsicus, Egerus Foolus, Locian Cassius, Lusian Epicus Phalius, Dorcius Plente, Needsius Improvementus, Pursuus Rabitus Energius, Chowicus Downus. These are fucking amazing.
Wasn't there
They had
more?
so much fun.
Like scroll because there was a whole bunch more above too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Carnivorous
What?
Vulgaris,
Nervendus Appetitus.
Roadrunnerus Digestus, Oedipus, anything.
Canius Nervus Rex.
Famicius, Oedipus, almost anything
Grotescus
is.
Appetitus.
Edus Slabius, Famicius, Vulgarius, Ingeniusy,
Dedus Metus.
Hardheadipus,
Glutinous
Oedipus,
Maximus.
There you go, Rhett.
Coyote.
Caninus Nervous Rex.
Coyoteus Stuckus Coyoteus with biggest gunnus.
Gluttonous
These are
Maximus,
great.
Never-endus
These are
Appetitus, Coyoteus
Sally
Stuck
Ladies.
Fastus, Rogillus Not Quietus. Oh my gosh.
Hunting his indefatigable
Amazing.
prey, the Roadrunner.
Okay, do you guys want to talk about the next time?
Yes.
Are we even going to be able to watch the next time?
When is it slated to come out?
Next month.
Yeah, no.
Shit. Oh, we have another Deku death battle to still watch.
The Shigaraki. Well, no, we saw the Shigaraki.
Apparently we can watch Midoriya versus Asta for Midoriya's side of things. We cannot watch Midoriya versus Asta on the Asta side of things yet.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Go watch our Black Clover reactions.
Okay, so we can't. Why? Why do they have to do Midoriya versus?
How does Miles Morales deal with this.
Bro, he's broken.
So I'm not reading it, but in his current run right now, he's the avatar for the spider god Inase, I think is his name. He's like he's a African.
I fucking told you, he's on some shit. I told you, man.
And he's currently like fighting like, okay, I haven't read it, but I'm just seeing the covers for the issues, so I don't actually know if he's like fighting them or just like dancing around them or anything like that, or not even involved with them in a combat sense. But the covers have him fighting both Ares and Hercules.
He's Spider-Man.
I want to point out, well, Spider-Man had once fought Firestar, the Herald of Galactus. This makes him complex multi. But Miles, he is more of a Dragon Ball character than a Spider-Man character at this point. He's also a vampire right now. He's a vampire.
Isn't that 2099's gimmick?
No, he's not a vampire. He just is vampire-like. Miles is
in
an
the
actual
movie.
Vampire. Blade made him a vampire. Okay.
Bro,
he's got like enough electric powers now where he can. So he can make an electric sword. He can.
What?
He can fire like electric kamehamehas now. He's a vampire.
Bro, he's not even Spider-Man anymore. He's not even Spider-Man.
What even are you?
What's the point of having the other spider powers?
The radioactive spider that bit him just had a Duracell battery in his ass, okay? It's just like...
Ain't no Duracell, he got that Energizer.
He can also turn invisible. Oh, his spider sense is better than Peter's because he can, like, sense, like, he can, like, see through walls. He has, like, thermal vision. Like, his spider sense is so good, he has, like, thermal vision.
I didn't know about, like, power, though.
So
we got.
Like I said, I'm not a big Miles guy. I like the first movie a lot. I think the second movie has a lot of good things in it, but oh boy, do I think it has some problems that could be alleviated by the third movie if it ever comes out. It
won't.
But so Miles is very much like Spider-Man, in a tricky position of scaling, where if you take the uppermost higher-endest of feats, then Midoriya is probably cooked. Here's the thing. Unlike with Hulk, where, like, Hulk has, like, some ridiculous feats way beyond what he's usually at, but he has so many of them that you can't really call them outliers. Like, you know how many times he's destroyed a universe? Like, 6 times. Like, you don't destroy a universe 6 times and have people, like, could you do it a 7?
That was just that, that was just that one time.
What do you want to find out?
Yo, Spider-Man, he spent like the last, 60, 70 years relatively in the, like, he has a kind of a meme about him where he's holds back man, where like, no, trust me, Spider-Man wasn't holding back. He totally kicked Galactus' ass, trust me. But Spider-Man has a certain range of things. The thing is though, like, what will they take? What won't they take in terms of like what Miles, because Miles should be pretty relative to Peter in physicals, maybe he's a little physically weaker, or maybe slower, less agile, something like that. But he can make up for it. He has now Danger Sense. Danger Sense is not as good as his Spider Sense, but it should be good enough to, find him if he's invisible. Same thing with Smokescreen. Both of their visibility haltering things. I think so.
Black Whip overall is better. Would you say Black Whip is better than webbing?
Maybe with the way how Miles uses it, classic Peter was on that crazy shit with webbing. Like, he was making, like, parachutes that worked and shit out of webbing, and, like, fucking origami trains that worked and shit. I don't know, like, he was doing some crazy-ass shit with webbing. But I would say generally Black Whip is better than webbing. More versatile, at least.
But, like, if he currently is, like, has strength comparable to Hercules and Thor, and he's fucked Galactus and stuff, like,
then it's a wash. Then it's a fucking wash. Yeah, no. Hercules is fucking beyond anything.
Then it's like, what's the point of even
like?
Like, I understand.
I don't know if he actually scales to that though. Like
But if it happened, then how does it not scale if it's happening?
Gabe, I told you I never read the comic. It's just the covers that show him fighting Hercules. There could be a wild amount of context. There is a wild amount of context I'm missing here. Like,
Bro, I swear to God, if this ends up becoming a Omni-Man Homelander and Deku just gets absolutely washed,
I doubt it. Because here's the thing.
this might.
If you told me that Miles had planetary AP, I'd be like, and this is a guy who believes in outer Hulk and Thor. Like, this is a guy who believes in transcendent Hulk and Thor. All right, I believe in that. That's real. But like planetary Peter Parker and Miles Morales, get the fuck out of here, bro. Now here's the thing. Miles, what he probably won't take strength unless again there's some crazy stuff. Because like what Midoriya is large island to like maybe continental based off the feats that we've seen so far. Like if you stretch it out, you know,
Like large island is, but who knows what we'll get in season 8 that they'll go over.
Right. I think he's like country level. I think he's like country level. I think he's in between continental and island. But it's speed because spider people have crazy reaction time. You know, they're not running light speed, but they might be punching light speed, you know? So like classic comic superhero stuff.
I'm gonna be. I might.
You might Hulk versus
go
Broly.
Yeah, if Deku loses this, I might crash. I might go full Goku fan versus Superman. On this. I might just be like, no. Like I might lose it.
Because if you are new here, we at the Custodians believe that Midoriya is what minimum 32 times faster than light. What was it? No, it was like 60 something times faster than light.
Yeah, if we're going off of
the
radio wave scaling.
If we go off of Star dodging the radio wave, for anime specifically, because she leaves before it, so even if we assume she leaves at the same time, you know, she moves like 60% of the distance that the light has to. The radio waves, which are light speed, they're not light speed because shut up, they're light speed. Then using, you know, like she's not as strong as All Might, and if we assume that All Might is the weakened version and not the strong one, times by 60, and then to get to Prime Shiggy, who Midoriya is much faster than, you know. He is faster than light, just not by a lot. And, you know, Marvel characters, they eat light speed for breakfast. Like, they spin that shit at massively FTL on a fucking fork, and they just eat the whole thing. They don't slurp it, they just chomp, right? So
just don't even get started on DC characters.
Marvel and DC are pretty both whack. You're taking Skittles and M&Ms from the same pot here. It's you know, different flavors, same like candy.
Miles.
Like,
well, it feels like they're
than
really.
that.
It really feels like they've been trying to push Miles.
Oh yeah,
Morales
ever since
Spider-Verse, ever since the second Spider-Man game, like they've been really trying to push him, and I just can't.
They've been pushing him pretty hard. Well, that's just because he's like the only really successful legacy character they've made. Which, I mean, and it took those movies. Again, the first movie, I think is really fucking good. I think it's really good. The second movie, I think Miles is really good in it. I have problems with the second movie, though. Yeah, Miles gets a lot of push, but that's just what happens when you're a character that they're trying to make really popular or a character that is really popular, and but Miles is both of those. Miles is a character that they desperately want to be really popular, and he's got some pretty serious popularity. So, you know, I'm not going to pretend like Peter didn't. Peter got the unipower for a little bit. Now, they didn't try to pretend like that was an aspect of his spider bite, but like, he literally he punched Joe Fixit into space with the unipower. That was just a thing he had. He could fly and shoot lasers and shit.
Where are they finding these spiders, man?
I mean, the unipower is like, for like, between like the 70s and 90s, the unipower was like the local bike. Everybody got our turn riding, but like, you know, like.
Yeah, this spider was actually a herald of Galactus.
You see, it was a Duracell of cosmic energy that was shoved up in the spider's ass. And yeah, so honestly, the way this fight goes really depends on how they scale Miles, because I feel like Midoriya is pretty solid. Yeah. Now on the connections, they're both the successors. One is actually a successor. The other is just a guy with the same name that runs around at the same time as another person. He was the successor in his own universe. I'll say that. He was the successor in Earth 1610. And then Marvel really wanted both of them to be Spider-Man. And I know this is a controversial opinion. I don't think he hasn't deserved the name Spider-Man. He earned that in his universe. But it is just fucking stupid that both of them have the same name running out at the same time. They both call each other Spider-Man. How does that function if you're like in a crisis situation? Like, come on.
Like, imagine if you have two different Supermans on the same Earth. It's like
Superman in the same fucking city block, bro. Like
It's like, we got a generator down. I didn't call for this Spider-Man. I called for Miles Morales Spider-Man.
he's the up and comer for, at least in his universe. He was the successor to one of the most popular and respected superheroes of their world. They both have very similar powers and learned how to operate from their successor, but they also developed new powers that they had to learn themselves. You know, like invisibility and bioelectricity, and then of course the other holders' abilities. There's some connections here that I think work out. It is just entirely based on how they scale Miles. I'm just gonna say
fingers crossed.
I'm not a big Miles guy, so I don't really know too much about him. So maybe this is a wash in either direction. To win. Oh yeah, I want Deku to win. Yeah, Miles did not make my top 12 favorite characters list. Midoriya did. Like,
we did that for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Hey, are you guys excited for this fight? This is a wildly requested.
When we get to watch it at some point.
Yeah, and we're not gonna be able to watch it.
So next year.
Death Battle next fucking month. Ugh.
But we'll watch the ones after that, and once we're caught up on My Hero, we'll watch this one, and then once we're caught up on Black Clover, we'll watch the other one.
We'll catch up on Black Clover before we catch up on My Hero.
Well, you get what I mean. We'll catch up on them later.
Unless Hyrule or one of our super cool people is able to edit this somehow, does not have manga spoilers or anything.
They were able to do it last time, but I will not put that on them. I will say, this has been a requested battle since, like, literally, like, 2016. Like, 2015, 2016. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It definitely got a lot more popular after the initial Spider-Verse movie, which was, what, 2017, 2018?
Yeah.
Already been that long? Good God.
I know, right?
We're old.
All right, well, I think that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. We've been the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Joe.
And maybe see you guys next time. Thank you for watching our reaction to Tom versus Wile. That was a goddamn blast. Seriously, that's easily top 20 death battles ever. If you ask
we'll see you guys when we do Hot Ones.
Yeah.
See you again. We'll
another classic and expected Red W. All right, but thank you so much for watching.
Bro, I need to win the draft. I need to win the draft. I need to win.
You ain't winning shit, bro. You are Wile E. Coyote.